Okay, day 16, and made some progress on some rough pencil-y type of roughs to sort of, I don't know, get an idea for how I want these characters to look and how this panel to look. And I'm quite happy with how that's coming out actually. I think that's going to be quite a cool panel when it's done. The speech bubbles, I usually just put speech bubbles in a layer, just so I know where I want to place them, so that I don't put something that's going to, I never like a speech bubble in someone's face, for example, So I try and arrange a speech bubble so that there's lots of space around them and you can use them to sort of navigate the panel. So yeah, this is what I've got. I'm liking it a lot. Her pose is a bit stiff. I might have to do something with her pose, but I like the way her costume fits. The big wide collar, the little tiara type thing on her head there. And, I'm gonna give her either a bow staff or a pike, like a pole arm, but with like energy sort of blades. I don't want to say lightsaber, because then I think George Lucas is going to sue someone, but something like that. So yeah, that's what I'm currently working on at the moment. So tonight, what I'll do is, if I've got time tonight, and I might not do it tonight, might end up being tomorrow, is finalise this out, get a good pose for her. I like her look, I like her colours, I like pretty much everything about her, with the possible exception of the pose and possibly the weapon. Might need to look at that one a bit more. I'm loving Captain Zap and Rusty here. They work really well, and we might change the panel so that it's a bit more, at a crazy angle. It's a bit more dynamic then. But we're going to look into that. And of course, this is the other panel where Count Nefario, well, I'm just calling him Nefario. Actually, I probably shouldn't call him Count, because we've already got a Count in the story. That might get confusing. So Nefario's going, "You'll never stop me, Captain Zap. Guards, attack!" And then next page. So that's what we've got at the moment. I think sort of with the black borders and the blue, with the black gutters and the blue borders, I think that will really help give it a sort of cinematic quality, which is what we're looking for. And then what I'd like to do is I'd like to get this page out of the way this week. That then leaves us the new page 31 to do, and then we can then go back and look at page 20. I've also got to upload some as well. I've only got 2 weeks worth, so I'll upload another couple of pages next couple of days. Keep that buffer ticking over about a month. Right, I think that's enough for today, and yeah, grand. Right, I'll see you all later. Alright, bye now. Okay, it's day 17. So I've inked out and flatted a bit of Captain Zap and Rusty. Probably a bit too much damage. I'll drop that back a bit. We'll do that with tone, with some colour. So yeah, that's looking good. And I've started on the pose for Nebulon, which so yeah, she's got this kind of cool little sort of tiara thing going on here. Move it back a bit. This space suit with a big clunky collar, red. I'm gonna have some things on the wrists. I've gone back to the sword design. I've got a pose I quite like. It's a little stiff, but I think it works. These hands I'll need to redraw, because look at them, they're proper stubby, sort of stubby fingers. Look at them, aren't they amazing? So we'll change theirs out, and yeah, that's come together. I'm quite pleased about that. So yeah, once she's done, I'll colour in, put some tone in, and make it look half decent. Green skin, red hair, I think, like Gamora or Gamora. Gamora's a monster out of Toho films. What else have I done today? Oh, I started looking at chapter 3. This is still in chapter 2, so I started looking at chapter 3, which is some like page, I don't know, 38 onwards. It's about 38 to 48, something like that. And so it starts off with a raid. So it starts off with the Meta Men breaking down the door and all hell breaking loose and all the heroes being arrested and captured. And so I want to sort of make sure that that the story shows that that's happening, that, you know, people trying to escape and there's guys waiting at the back door or stuff like this. So yeah, this is my my group of heroes. I'm quite happy with it, reasonably happy with it. I think I might make these legs a bit longer, move that bum up there a little bit, try and make her legs look a bit longer. It means the belt disappears up there as well. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Just reasonably happy with it. So I've also typeset page 6 as well. So probably next week I'll upload pages 6 to 8. 6, 7, and 8. I'll upload those probably next week. That maintains our buffer of about 5 weeks, and then we'll upload. I'll typeset the other pages, working towards these pages. So yeah, all in all, pretty happy with that. I think I'll do for now. Alright, bye now. Okay, day 18, and we've got some flats there. She's got a sword, which is sort of, I'm going to treat it as like a flaming sword, and I've started to draw in the folio here. Sort of just tightened it up a little bit and started to put some inks in there. I've also started looking at the first 3 chapters, the first 3 pages of chapter 3. So that's pages 38, 39 and 40, I think. I'll have to check on that. And I've uploaded page 6 as well. And 7. Yeah, 6 and 7, they went up to today as well. So, the weekend, I'll finish this panel, try and get this page looking something like, put the background in, put some shading in. I think Nebulon's turned out quite good. He's quite good. I really want to put some glow effects on these panels, on these pages. So I built a 3D model this lunchtime, just a green ball with roughly her skin tone on, and put some lights up against it just to see what sort of reflective colours you can get, and sort of anything like a yellow or green or blue, you don't get a really interesting highlight. You just get essentially a lighter highlight. If you go purple, to a certain extent red, purple, and into blue, then you get much more interesting highlight colours. So that's kind of going to limit the sort of colour that this glowing blade is going to have, but we shall see about that. I think I might put some Kirby crackle around it, because I like a bit of Kirby crackle, and it makes it look really cool. So yeah, so these are, that's Princess Nebulon there, and then you got Captain Zap there, and Rusty the Robot. I'm going to take out some of these beat up marks. It doesn't look like he's rusty, more that he's been hit with a hammer lots of times, like, for panel beating. So we're going to do that, and that's 2 of these space opera pages done. It took a bit longer than I would like, but I'm quite happy with that. Alright, once we've done these 3 pages, we'll skip back, look at page 20, and then we can carry on with the plot. Oh yeah, another thing I thought was kind of cool is Nebulon's boots. Just want to highlight them for a second. It's hard to see, especially when you don't frame it correctly. But the colour scheme and some of the detailing around the toes are sort of inspired by real astronaut boots. I think these are based on replicas of the boots worn by astronauts on Apollo. I want to say 11. So yeah, very excited, quite happy how this is turning out. This is looking quite cool, and I think it's going to be a good shot. It's going to be a good page, and yeah, definitely took my idea. Sort of, I'm drawing this in, even though he's not going to be, even though the border's there. I'm sort of toying the idea of having him break out of the border. I think that should be quite fun. So yeah, that's the weekend's job. Alright, that's enough for today. Alright, bye now. Morning. Well, it's the morning of day 21, and I thought I'd start off with a question. I've got a couple of things on the horizon that I've been asked to do. One of which is a poster for a theatrical production, so that's happening soon. And the other is some artwork for a podcast. So I'll talk about them both in general, so you understand. So first up, let's talk about the theatre stuff. My wife and I, we're part of a theatre group in our local area. My wife's an actress. She treads the boards in front of this amateur productions. So this is an amateur group. We don't get paid for any of this stuff. It's a fun hobby, right? So my wife would normally be centre stage. I will be in the wings, doing ropes, or most often than not, designing the posters for the productions and their sort of go-to graphic designer. So I've been asked by the director of the next play, do I want to design the poster for it? So there's an option to design a poster. It'll mostly be probably a lot of graphic design work. There'll be a little bit of illustration in there, but not a lot, so there's that option. The second option is a podcast called Who on Who. Now, I've done the artwork for these guys since 2009, so nearly 10 years. So normally they have a monthly podcast where they review a classic series, Doctor Who DVD. I'm a Doctor Who fan, so. And so for about nearly 10 years I've produced monthly humorous single panel gag bits of artwork that go on the podcast feed. They've been on hiatus for a while because they're a father and son team, and they've had both of them are in school learning stuff. And I was contacted by one of them 2 nights ago, asking me, hey, we're getting back in the saddle and we're going to be reviewing some more DVDs. You up for doing artwork? And part of me says yes, absolutely, because it's a source of pride for both projects that I've been providing artwork regularly. I've never been late delivering artwork for the theatre group or for the podcast in 5 and 10 years. So I'm not going to start doing that now. So the question basically is, could I, is it okay if I absorb the artwork or the creation of these artworks as part of the 100 challenge? If you guys say no, I am totally okay with that. I will just carry on as before, working on consensus reality. It's no problem. So essentially, what I'm looking for basically is I'm looking for a consensus of the 100s. So this video is going to up on YouTube, it's going to up on Facebook. So if you leave a comment under it saying yes, do it, no, don't do it, then I know when I come to actually make the artwork, I'll know whether or not the people want to see it. If you do want to see some of the old artwork I've done for Who on Who, or the work I've done for the theatre poster groups, there'll be links and they'll be down there somewhere to both of them, and you can have a look and go, oh, right, there's a lot of fuss about nothing in it. So that's my video for day 21. Well, the start of day 21. Stay tuned. There'll be a video at the end of day 21 where I actually show you what I actually did today. Day 21. Just tighten up this pencils on this new page 31. So sort of got her hacking away at one of these robots and slicing one in half and facing up against another one, and sort of slicing them to bits. And then there's this page panel here which I forget to draw, but that's where I'm at today. I also ordered another A5 display book, which you can't see, so forget that. The book that I showed you the other week, I ordered a couple of those, and they actually are cheaper to order online than to go to my local office outlets and buy some. So I've now got books for chapters, probably going to be 3, 4, 5 and 6, so I think there's about 7 chapters in the book roughly, so it's most of it there now. I've started to put some pages in today, but I've only done like 2 or 3 pages that I did the other day. So yeah, right up now is getting this page done, and yeah, right, that's all for today. All right, and that's that's a wrap on another week. That's week 3 now. We've been doing this, and it's not too. I'm quite happy about that. All right, that's enough for now. All right, bye.